Hello everyone, this is the special video on human blood group. This video is special because it contains some information that needed for both educational purpose as well as knowledge purpose. That information is needed in your daily life. Some people may think it is an extra or out of syllabus concept. But I am telling it is not extra or out of syllabus concept. It is a concept that everyone should know. Okay, even this concept is important in your CET NEET purpose, and also codominance and multiple allelism deal with the blood group only. So this video mainly contain which are the blood groups in human. Okay, then what is blood typing, what is blood transfusion, what is RH positive, RH negative, RH factor, about RH factor, and also contain a special concept that is you heard about now Bombay blood group. This video mainly deal with that concept also. Okay, try to understand your blood group and inheritance of your blood group. Okay, let us start with this blood group concept. If I discussed all this concept in single video, then this video become too lengthy. So I am making two part of this. In part 1, I am discussing half of the concept. In part 2, I am discussing other part of this. In human, the blood group is mainly called as ABO blood group. In human, the blood group is mainly called as ABO blood group. ABO blood group. Clear? This ABO blood group mainly contain 4 kinds of blood group. ABO blood group mainly contain 4 kinds of blood group. They are blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. A, B, AB, and O. Okay. This blood group mainly depend on a gene called capital I. This blood group is mainly depend on a gene called capital I. Why? Because it is responsible for production of antigen. Responsible for the production of antigen, which is also called as agglutinogen or sugar polymer. So, this gene I is responsible for the production of antigen. This antigen is present on the surface of RBC. RBC is nothing but red blood corpus cell. This is present on the surface of RBC as a outgrowth or protrude. So, these antigens are present on surface of the RBC as a outgrowth or protrude. Okay. There are mainly 2 kinds of antigen. Antigen A and antigen B. Antigen A and antigen B. Clear? Based on the presence of this antigen on the surface of RBC. Based on the presence of antigen on the surface of RBC, there are 4 kind of blood group in human. This blood grouping is mainly based on the presence of this antigen on the surface of RBC. Now try to understand how these antigens are responsible for different kind of blood group. This gene I has 3 alleles. Gene I has 3 alleles. Alleles are nothing but they are the alternative form of a single gene. Alleles are the alternative form of a single gene. They are IA, IB, small I or I naught. IA, IB, small I or I naught. This IA is responsible for production of antigen A. IA is responsible for production of antigen A. IB is responsible for production of antigen B. and the small I or I naught do not produce any antigen. No antigens are produced. So, IA is responsible for production of antigen A, IB is responsible for production of antigen B, and the small I or I naught do not produce any antigen. Clear? Now understood? Suppose antigen A is present on membrane of RBC. Antigen A is present on membrane of RBC, then the blood group become A. Suppose antigen B is present on the membrane of RBC, then blood group become B. Suppose on the membrane of RBC, no antigens are present, then blood group become O. Suppose on the membrane of RBC, both antigen A and B are present, then the blood group become AB. So, this antigen decide which is the blood group. Suppose RBC, on the surface of RBC, antigen A is present, then blood group A. Antigen B is present, then blood group B. Antigen absent, then blood group O. Both A and B antigens are present, then blood group become AB. Clear for you? This is the different kind of blood group in human. Now try to understand which are the antibodies present in blood group. So, along with this antigen, blood also consists of antibodies. Antigens are present on the surface of RBC as outgrowth. Whereas these antibodies are present in the plasma of blood. This antibody is called as agglutinin. This is known as agglutinogen. This is known as agglutinin. Okay. Antigens are present on the membrane of RBC. Antibodies are present in the plasma of the blood. Here also two types of antibodies. They are antibody A and antibody B. Anti-A and anti-B. Clear for you? Now try to understand. A person never has antibody against his own blood group. A person never have antibody against its own blood group. That means, suppose consider a person having a blood group A. He contain the antigen A. He cannot have antibody A. Why this is? Because remember one thing, this antibody recognizes the antigen A. Antibody A recognizes antigen A, and there is a reaction called agglutinization or clumping of the blood. As a result, there is a blockage in nerve. And eventually it lead to the death of the person. So, antibody A recognizes antigen A, and what happens? Agglutinization or clumping of blood take place. As a result, blockage in the blood vessel and lead to the death of the person. So, a person never ever have antibody against its own blood group. That means antibody A is absent in which blood group? A blood group. That means it consists of antibody B. In blood group B, antigen is B, so antibody is A. In blood group AB, consists of both antigen A and B, so there is no antibodies. No antibodies. In blood group O, no antigen, so it consists of both A and B antibodies. Now try to understand. These are the blood groups. This is the antigen and these are the antibodies. So blood group A consists of antigen A, antibody B. Blood group B consists of antigen B and antibody A. Blood group AB consists of both antigen A and B but no antibodies. And blood group O consists of no antigen but it consists of both antibody A and B. Next is blood typing. Blood typing. What is blood typing? You know blood typing? Blood typing is nothing but identification or testing or determination of blood group in a person. Identification or testing or determination of blood group in a person. I think you know your blood group. That means you've gone through this process of blood typing. This blood typing is mainly depend on the principle of agglutinization. It is mainly based on the principle of agglutinization. What is agglutinization? Agglutinization is the process of identification of antigen by its antibody and become a clumping of blood and blood become clumped. So that process we call as agglutinization. Agglutinization is nothing but antigen-antibody reaction. Antigen-antibody reaction. Okay. During blood typing they use antiseras or antiserums. Antisera A and antisera B. They use antisera A and antisera B. This antisera A consists of higher concentration of antibody A and this antisera B consists of higher concentration of antibody B. Antisera A consists of higher concentration of antibody A. Here it is consists of higher concentration of antibody B. First they took a clean slide where they mark A and B. One side they mark A, another side they mark B. Okay, where they mark A, they put anti-A and here they put anti-B serum. Clear? They took 2 blood drops from a person, 2 drops of blood from a person. One here, one here. Here they put anti-A, here they put anti-B. Suppose in a blood, this clumping occur in A side. Where they put anti-A, the clumping occurs or agglutinization reaction occurs. Here it is clear, then this blood group is nothing but A. Suppose on a slide, here agglutinization reaction occurs. This side agglutinization reaction occurs. That indicates blood group is B. Both side agglutinization occurs. Both side clumping or agglutinization occurs. That means the blood group is AB. Suppose on both sides no agglutinization or clumping of blood take place. That indicates blood group is O. Why this is so? Because in blood group A, antigen A is present. This antibody A recognizes antigen A and agglutinization occurs. As a result, clumping of blood take place. Here, antigen B is present. Antibody B detects its antigen B and agglutinization occurs. Here, both antigen A and B is present. Therefore, both agglutination reaction occurs. Both sides agglutination reaction occurs. Here in O blood group no antigens, therefore agglutination reaction not occurs. This is the typing of blood or determination of blood or testing of blood groups. Clear? Next is blood transfusion. Next is blood transfusion. Blood transfusion. Blood transfusion means transfer of blood from donor to recipient. Transfer of blood from donor to recipient or transfer of blood from one person to other person. Blood transfusion means transfer of blood from donor to recipient. Okay, this blood transfusion mainly depend on a principle. That principle or rule is nothing but this recipient do not contain antibody against the donor antigen. Recipient do not contain antibody do not contain antibody against donor's antigen. What is the rule? This recipient do not consist of antibody against the donor antigen. So, consider these are the recipient, the person who take up the blood from other person, and donor is the person who donate the blood. And recipient is the person who take up the blood from other person. Okay, which are the recipient? Consider blood group A. For blood group A, donors are A or O. For blood group B, donors are B or O. And for blood group AB, donors are A, B or O. Okay. And for blood group O, donors are O only. Why this is so? For blood group A, donor may be contain blood group A or O. For B, B or O. For AB or O. For O, only O. Why this is? Here is the rule now. What is that rule? Recipient do not consist of antibody against donor antigen. Suppose consider a person, the recipient person with a blood group A and a donor person with a blood group B. Recipient person consists of a blood group A and donor person consists of a blood group B. What happens then? In recipient blood group, antigen A and antibody B is present. In donor, antigen B and antibody A is present. Clear? See what happens? Recipient antibody B identify or determine its antigen B in the donor blood group. Antibody B in the recipient blood group identify the antigen B in the donor blood group. There is a clumping occurs. There is a clumping or agglutination reaction occurs between these two. As a result, death of this person take place. So, for blood group A, blood group B is never donated or it is not donated to blood group A. For blood group A, only donors are A and O. So, O is the universal donor. It can donate it to any blood group. And AB is the universal recipient. O is the universal donor and AB is the universal recipient. Here O is universal donor, AB is universal recipient. Why? Blood group O is universal donor. universal donor. Why? Because in blood group O, both antigen A and B is absent. Antigen A and B is absent. So both antigen A and B is absent in blood group O. Clear for you? And AB is called as universal recipient. Universal recipient. It is called as universal recipient because it consists of both antigen A and B. It consists of both antigen A and B. For your clearance, consider blood group O and blood group A. This is donor and this is recipient. Okay, donor and recipient. Here antibody A and B is present. Antigens are absent here. Here antigen A is present and antibody B is present. Recipient blood group. In recipient blood group, anti-B never detect any antigen in donor blood group. This anti-B never detect any antigen in this donor blood group because donor blood group do not contain any antigen. Therefore, there is no agglutinization reaction occurs. Even same thing for B. Here anti-A is present group. Same thing for AB. It consists of both anti-A and anti-B. No antigen in blood group O. Donor blood group, there is no antigen. For O, both side antigens are not present. They consist of antibodies only. Therefore, this is called as universal donor because it do not consist of any antigen. It do not consist of any antigen. Clear for you? But in case of AB, but in case of blood group AB, this is a recipient and this is donor. Consider this is a donor. First is A. In recipient blood group, antigen A is present and antigen B is present. Okay, in recipient blood group. And antibodies are? No antibodies are present. But in donor, what is present? In donor, antigen A is present and antibody B is present. So what happened? There is no antibody. That means this antigen is not detected. Donor antigen is not detected by any antibody in the recipient blood group. So it is easily donated to AB blood group. By B blood group also same thing. Here antibodies are absent in a recipient blood group. So no problem in donating B blood group to AB blood group. Even O blood group is easily donated to this AB blood group because it consists of antibody A and B. Antibody A and B, but in recipient there is no antibodies. Okay, in blood group O there is no antigen. And same thing for AB. So this AB blood group take up blood from all blood group A, B, O and AB. But it cannot be donated to other blood group like A, B and O. Why this is so? In blood group AB, suppose AB become donor, AB become donor and A become recipient. Think that A become recipient. What happened? In here antibody B is present. Here antigen A and B is present. So this antibody detected the antigen A, agglutinization occurs. Same thing for B, it detect the antigen B and agglutinization take place. Suppose O, both what happens? Antibody A and B present which detect the antigen A and B and agglutinization take place. Therefore, it is a universal recipient, not a donor. AB is a universal recipient, not a donor. By knowing the blood group of parent, we can predict the blood group in their offsprings or their children. How it is possible? See here once. As you all know, the gene I has 3 alleles. Which are they? IA, IB, small I or I naught. IA, IB, small I or I naught. Okay. This IA and IB is dominant over small I. IA and IB is dominant over small I. Suppose IA present with small I, then what happens? This IA produces antigen A and blood group become antigen A and blood group become A. Clear for you? Suppose IB is present with small I, again IB become dominant and it produces antigen B and blood group become B. Suppose IA and IB present together, both act as dominant because of codominance and both antigen A and B is produced and blood group become AB. Suppose both recessive alleles are present, small I is present together, there is no production of any antigen, then blood group become O. Blood group become O. So, these are the blood groups. I am writing here different blood groups A, B, AB and O. And these are the genotypes. For blood group A, in homozygous condition, the genotype is IAIA. In heterozygous condition, IA small I. For B blood group, IBIB. In heterozygous condition, IB small I. And for AB blood group, IAIB is the genotype. And for O blood group, both recessive alleles, that is small I or I naught. Clear for you? These are the genotypes and this is the blood group. Now try to solve the problems. Consider a parent has a blood group, one parent has a blood group A, another parent has a blood group B. One has blood group A, another has a blood group B. That means this parent genotype may be IAIA. He may be or she may be what? Homozygous dominant or heterozygous in condition. Here also same thing. It may be homozygous in condition or in heterozygous in condition. First consider both the parents are in homozygous condition. What happens? Gamete consists of IA, here gamete consists of IB. So, offspring consists of IA and IB, that means the blood group become AB. Suppose consider both the parents are in heterozygous condition. Then what happens? Both are heterozygous. Two type of gamete is produced. One with the dominant allele, another with recessive allele. Then IA, IB. Okay. This is IA small I, IB small I, small I. This become AB, this become A, this become B and this become O. Clear? If both are in heterozygous condition, there is a possibility of production of all 4 different types of blood group. Suppose both are in homozygous condition, then the production of only blood group AB type. Now consider, suppose one is homozygous condition, another one is in heterozygous condition. One parent is in homozygous condition, another is in heterozygous condition. Then what happened? Here gamete is with the IA. Here two type of gamete. IA, IB, IA small I. That means here blood group is AB. Here blood group become A. And another possibility, IA small I, IB. Clear for you? So what happens? Here blood group become AB and A. Suppose in parent blood group is AB. Then what are the possibilities? They may consist of their offspring with the blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB or blood group O. That means their children may consist of blood group A or B or AB or 4. All 4 different kind of blood group may express in their children. This is the table explain different blood groups in a parents and possible blood groups in their children. Different blood group in parent and possible blood group in their children. How to solve this? I just explained taking example, one parent consists of blood group A, another consists of blood group B, then possible blood group in their children may be A or B or AB or O. Clear for you? Suppose both the parents are consist of blood group A, then possible blood group in their children may consist of blood group A or O. Suppose this is the combination of parent and their children may consist of blood group B or AB, then there is some doubt. These children are not from this combination of parents, they from other parents. Understood? Suppose both the parents are A, then only possibility is blood group A and O, not B and AB. This is the end of the slide. So thank you everyone for your attention.